I got to hear the word Cupid from Romeo and Juliet
Okay, wow.
literature class, and Mrs. Ogumbanwo, she's sorry.
It's okay, sorry.
Like, I got to know the meaning of the word from her. She was my literature teacher in school, and while we were reading Romeo and Juliet, the word Cupid came up, and it simply means the god of love. It's a Greek word, and because I feel like what I do majorly is it deals with love. Even my startup is because of love. I just like
For the
I
love
love
of
kids, and I just like to do things for people, and so I feel like I just thought that was the name that was befitting for what I do, and so that's what it means. Yeah, thank you.
Right. I am feminism. I support women. I respect men. I nurture children. The globe evolves around me. Evolution is me. I am feminism. Programmed to birth men of greatness, husband of substance, and children with morals. On women in power, politics, and entertainment, feminism will be showcased at its bloom. I will search, we will discuss with women who has dedicated their life to shine in flying colors. But I can't do this without you. You can watch, you can share, you can contribute, and ultimately you can learn what it means to be feminism. For assistance and donations, you can call 081 2288 6973. Thank you. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Welcome to another episode of the Women in Power, Politics and Entertainment. This program is broadcasted in Nigeria, and we hope to go through the entire Africa searching for women with repute, dignity and accomplishment. As you all know, I don't do this alone. Today, my guest on the program is someone you all will love to meet. She's an event planner, bagged her MSc in mass communication, the convener entire girls community, and also the CEO Cupids Lounge. She's no other person than Miss Aminat Volawiyo Sulaiman, also known as Mama Cupid. She's going to be telling us about her business and how she has been able to maintain her business and everything interesting about her. Don't go nowhere. It promises to be an interesting episode. I remain your host, Salma Habib Akewusola. Welcome back from that short break. Alright, so I have introduced my guest. It's time to unveil her beautiful face, the delectable Mama Cupid. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Alright, quick one, Mama Cupid. Please, can you please give us a brief about yourself, how growing up was like for you?
Okay, I don't know, how do you get all of those details about me? I need to ask because I was shocked while I was saying all of this.
Yeah, okay, someone who is doing very good in a craft, it's not difficult to find out about such kind of person. So just so you know, you are like a celebrity to other young upcoming event planners. Yeah, sure.
All right, thank you so much for that. Like you rightly said, my name is Sulaiman Aminat Volawiyo. I am from Ilorin, Kwara State, and I'm a family person. I don't know, because I grew up in my family house in Fagba. That's where the place is. I am someone that appreciates and loves family. In the family house we have so many people, and you have to do a lot of things together. We stay in almost like in the same space, like we share parlor together, we share a lot of things together, and so from there I think that is where my love for other people became deeper, because I have to like stay with my family, my cousins, my siblings, like beyond my siblings I have to stay with other people. And while we had to do that, we have reasons to do celebrations and all of that, and because I'm like in my family house I'm a popular Jego. even in my own family house. Like,
Oh, wow.
I'm always there, everybody's always saying Fola here, Fola there, and all of that. And so when my family have events, I'm always that person. Like, I'm always your plug for anything events, fashion, and stuff. And so that was how I started it, actually. So, like, with my siblings' birthdays, my cousins' birthdays, and all of that, like, when they have anything at all, I'm always the person choosing this, doing that, picking this. And so that is how I, started unknowingly about even event planning. Like, that's how I started my crafts.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, Ma. So, what prompted you to starting your business? Aside the whole family thing, what prompted you to starting your business, and why not the regular 9 to 5?
Well, I was doing the regular 9 to 5.
Wow, that's
Yes,
beautiful.
but normally I'm a hustler. I love to do things. Like, I don't like to just be seated and watch things unveil. I like to make things happen. That is who I am. And just like I've told you, while I was in my family house, I was doing all of those for my family and friends around. And while we moved out of my family house, we moved to an estate. That was another community for other people. I met new people, and I particularly love kids. I love children a lot. Like, they excite me because I don't like just being seated. I like to engage myself. So when you have kids, they always engage you. It's like they are running there, you are shouting, I'm changing their diapers, I'm feeding them. So I have something to look out for. I have something to do. So it engages me, and so my love for kids actually prompted me to start the business officially. Because when I got to the estate, I had a group of girls that I can't categorically say this was how they formed. Like, it was just my love for them. Like, and before you know it, I had 1, I had 2, I had 3, and while I was on that, I felt like, no, I can't just have all of these kids always just hanging around for nothing. I decided to start putting things together for them. If any of them is celebrating their birthdays, I put things together for them. I do the decor myself. I'll go to YouTube, browse, do stuff, So I started that, and while we were on that, other kids enjoyed watching that, coming for that, and I just felt like maybe I could bring up events that would, engage other kids aside my own kids, entirely girls. I felt like I could actually expand it, and while I expanded, other guests from outside the estate knew about it, and everybody was like, there's something called event planning, and that was going to be the first time ever I knew that anything event planning was actually happening. I didn't know it was, but while I was doing that, I was doing the 9 to 5, I had other businesses I was doing and all of that. So, but then that was like, event planning was like a major thing I had flair for, that I wanted to do. It was something I did without having to expect a return. And I felt like, I think this is it for me.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know I was going to maybe make money or anything. I just felt like this is what I love to do, and this is what I actually want to do.
All right. Sorry if it's not too much to ask. How did you come about the name Cupid?
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May God forgive and grant my literature teacher. I feel so bad. She's late, and so I don't know. Sorry.
I get, understand. It's fine. You could go ahead.
Sorry. I got to hear the word Cupid from Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, wow.
Literature class, and Mrs. Ogumbawo, she's sorry.
It's okay, sorry.
Because of, like, I got to know the meaning of the word from her. She was my literature teacher in school, and while we were reading Romeo and Juliet, the word Cupid came up, and it simply means the god of love. It's a Greek word, and because I feel like what I do majorly is it deals with love. Even my startup is because of love. I just like, I love kids, and I just like to do things for people, and so I feel like I just thought that was the name that was befitting for what I do, and so that's what it means. Yeah, thank you.
Right. So let's switch things up a bit to lighten the mood. On this when
Yeah.
you have events, can you give us a rundown on how your day usually looks like?
How my day usually looks like? Well, I would not even lie. My job is very stressful, but I enjoy doing it. So most weekends when I don't even have job, I feel like, no God, why? Why do I have to be home? I just enjoy doing it. It gives me so much joy, ensuring that everything is being put in place, ensuring that like I love, especially when it's a wedding, I love the joy that comes with a wedding. Like I love the excitement on everybody's faces. Like the groom is happy, the bride is happy, everything is hustling and bustling. It gives me so much joy, and I love to witness how what I have been putting in place for so many, like for a lot of months, unfolds.
Yeah, I get you.
Like before the event, I must have put everything in place, vendor sourcing, concept and ideas, so many things. And so when it comes up, I like to see it unfold. Like I want to see what the decoration mood board we've created looks like. I want to see what the cake design I have, or myself and my client had decided. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see the excitement, how everything unfolds. I look forward to successful events. I look forward to beautiful reviews from my guests and clients. So I think that's the major thing.
Yeah, it's really tacky for creatives. Alright, so what are some challenges you faced during your early years of business?
Acceptance.
Wow.
Yes, because event planning is more like, yes, it's not a new business per se, but in Nigeria and in Ilorin and Ikwara, yeah, when I started, it was more like there was nothing like that. So even for my parents, they didn't see it like something I could do and make money from. They felt like, no, you can do it. They supported me. They gave me all what I needed. They were always there for me. Like for my shows, my dad sponsors it, his friends, they give me money. My mom gives me everything I want for my space, for anything at all to put my events together. But they didn't see it like it's a business, because they just feel like event planning, like what's that? So, and that was how it was for a lot of people in Kwara. Like they're always like, kini event planner wo àṣeyàwó Rashida last kini no vectoring gebe o kàn fẹ́ gbowó ọwọ́ yín ni. So it was a major challenge, but for me, I didn't accept it like a challenge. I just felt like it was a phase that I would pass through. And so I was always out there posting on my WhatsApp status, posting on my Instagram, educating people on what event planning is. Then I forced my way into running free events for a lot of people, my friends, friends, like anybody having any event at all. I will ensure that I am involved, and while I do that, I don't tell people the difference. I make them see and feel the difference. And so that was how it started. Friends referrals, like, no, you need a planner. In fact, this, how it works and all of that. So I actually just walk through showing people what event planning is, rather than telling them that this is what I do. And so it was very difficult for people accepting what it was. But while they saw it, they felt like, no, if not because you were here, this would not have been done. Some people just say, I've forgotten this one. I didn't even remember this. I didn't, but when I tell them, no, we need to get this, oh wow, So eventually, even when I run free events for people, they end up paying me back. Because they feel like, oh no, you had it yourself, you did this, you did that.
Really beautiful.
And so that was how, I started gaining grounds.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, beautiful people, we're still on the program Women in Power, Politics and Entertainment, and yes, we still have our guest with us. Okay, so I want to pick few things she just said. I have gone through it, and I know a lot of startups out there are going through it too. Acceptance. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't let it weigh you down. Don't think it's not the right job for you to do, or it's not the right business for you to start with. Just keep pushing. Make people know your worth. Make people know why they need your services. And I promise you, everything is going to move sweetly. We're going to go on a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back from that short break. I remain your host, Salma Habib Akewusola. And yes, we still have our guest with us. All right, so Mama Cupids. So when you have a tight budget for an event, what do you do?
For me, one of my favorite lines is, what is what doing is what doing well. So when I'm doing it, I give it my best regardless of whatever budget I have. And the good thing about it is my relationship with vendors. Like my vendors, like I've built a very good relationship with them. Like, and so even that's one. Then two, I can say that because of sorry, I'm trying to look for the right words to put it.
Yeah, we're good, no problem.
All right, a lot of vendors like to work with me. Working with me as a vendor is very challenging because I want the best out of you, regardless of whatever thing. I don't want to hear. I don't like. No is not an answer. You have to do it and you do it right. If I have to help you, I would help you. If I have to, whatever thing I have to pull for you to do it, I would help you do it. And so a lot of vendors like to, this is the review I've gotten from so many vendors, they like to work with me because they appreciate that I bring out the best of them out. Like you just have to do it. There's nothing like we are in Ilorin and so it has to be, there's nothing like, a local standard is not an Ilorin standard. An international standard can be an Ilorin standard. So why not? Let's pull it. So whatever thing, it has to be pulled. And so even when I just tell you, you want to work with me because you know that if you are a baker, I give you a cake, you are not baking a regular cake. And so once you bake my cake, you have others rolling in already. I'm not bragging, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I feel, so a lot of them like to work with me. And so regardless of my budget, they are ready to work with me. And I ensure that for whatever budget a client have, you don't have to have a large budget for you to have a successful wedding or a beautiful wedding. Whatever budget can plan a beautiful wedding. Okay. Wow. There are classes, but because you have a low budget does not mean it has to be trashed. And so I put together vendors that can, work with me. Vendors that are, first of all, they know that if it is big, I'm bringing it. And so when it is small, it has to still be big. So we work together like that, and we try as much as possible to, cut different budget to suit whatever need that we just prioritize, and feel like, okay, this, yes, okay, probably we already have main food. We don't have to do so many desserts. We can cut out some desserts. We probably cannot do so many looks. But then we can actually have like 2 grand looks, maybe like for your white wedding, and there are ways that we just try to like cut our budget. And we also advise clients on like guest reduction, so that you can actually just go for, if you don't have so much, you can actually go for an intimate event rather than having a large event, and at the end of the day you are going to start owing every vendor and all of that. So these are the little ways that we just try to like work with budget.
Okay, all right, that's really beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, what does fashion mean to you?
Everything.
The fashionista herself.
No, it's in the blood. I met it at home.
Oh wow. Wow, that's really beautiful.
I met it at home from my maternal side, paternal side. Fashion is just everywhere, and so fashion is the blood that runs through me. That's
really
so it means everything to me. Even if I'm in the house, like I'm fashionable even in the house.
Oh wow.
Even when I'm going to bed, I'm fashionable. I have my cute slippers. I have my nice bum shorts. Everything has to be cute. Yes. So like that is it for me. Everything. Fashion is everything to me.
Wow. I still remember your girl Salma Habib Akewusola. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back from that short break. We're still on the program Women in Power, Politics and Entertainment. And of course, we have our beautiful Mama Cupids on the show.
Thank you.
All right, Mama Cupids, let's go straight on. So, how do you manage expectations from your clients? Because, some people would be expecting, some people can drop 20,000. Yes, they will drop 20,000 and they'll be expecting 100,000 because they do it a lot. Sometimes I do ask myself this question: that how do creatives, how do they manage? Because a client will pay you as low as 10,000 naira for
and expect that you transform your space.
And expect that 100,000 naira.
That's welcome to my world.
Wow.
No. Like, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Manage expectations?
So what I do that works for me is being real. I'm a very realistic person, and so I just go straight to the point, without hurting you or without making you feel like your budget is less. Because we are different and people accept or interpret or perceive things differently, and you can tell somebody that So your budget cannot work, and they'll be hearing it as if, like my hard-earned money, what do you mean? You know. So there are ways that you are being realistic in an ideal way that is not rude. And so what I do with my clients is, before we start planning, before we create their budget or anything at all, we discuss how much do you want to spend for your events. For example, you tell me 5 million naira for like 200 guests, and I tell you, like, I try to like explain to you that, oh, this is feasible, but then there are like limits to what you can get with this. There are limits to what you can get. There are classes to vendors. There are classes to deliverables. So you cannot, this small space, you can use 100K to transform it, and you can also still use like 100 million naira to transform it. Your budget determines what you get. So I try to explain to them that, okay, yes, first of all, I'm real with you. I explain to you, okay, your budget is feasible. It's a good budget because it's not easy. You've worked so hard for a particular thing, and someone is trashing it out. No, it doesn't work that way. Oh, it's a good budget, but with this budget, this is what is feasible. And then so I create my budget to suit my client's budget. I don't go overboard to now say, no, I want the bride to come up from up and do, I want to do, that is one. Then two, I don't make mouth. I don't tell my clients, don't worry, by the time you give me this 20,000, the whole space, you know. A lot of people do that while they want to get a job. They feel like the person will, they will have like made a lot of mouths saying this, they can transform you. So when it's now time for you to execute, you have issues. So I don't make mouth. I explain to you what is feasible. I give you instances, and in the end, while I create your budget, I create your budget to suit my client's budget, and then I select vendors that delivers the best for me regardless of my budget. Even if I have to go for, you know, we have classes of vendors anyway. So even if you have to go for someone that is still going to do it like very, very like down, we still have to have something reasonable. It has to be worth it. Every amount has to be worth it.
All right, that's really beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, Pete. So can you tell us about the most challenging events you have planned and how you handled it?
So the funny thing about this is, past Saturdays, different things happen. So we are not even prepared for the worst. We've had issues where I can't even pinpoint a particular event that we've had issues where you are just in an event, the cake is set, everything is set, and just for us to move to the cutting of the cake, and the cake is falling off.
Oh my gosh.
We've had instances where the bride can just start crying, she's all emotional, for example. We've had instances where we have, like last week Saturday, they stabbed my bouncer.
Oh my god.
Like it was that bad.
Oh.
Honestly speaking, my bouncer was stabbed. We had to start, tying his hand, mopping the floor, doing so many things because we had a lot of guests than we expected. And so that was, we already planned, we already have access cards, we did this and that, and we had more guests than we invited, and so we had to walk around it, source for extra chairs, source for extra tables, start putting things in place immediately. And that could actually affect the other event, because if you are planning for 1,000 and for the event space you're having like 1,500, that is more like you're having extra guests.
Yes,
so while we plan, we try to like add extras, just in case we have situations like this. So in all honesty, I can't pinpoint a particular time that I can say, oh, this is the worst I've done, I've had, or no, I can't pinpoint. Every Saturday
comes
different things,
wow,
different things that you don't even plan for just spring up. I don't think I can actually pick out anyone, but for every challenges that come up, it's a lesson, and it help us improve to be better in our next events, and that's just the good part of it. So I can't say a particular one, honestly.
All right, okay.
Thank you.
All right, people, it's still there here. We are still giving you back to back. Everything she says is something you should learn from. You could hear how she managed events. Every Saturday comes with its baggages. I know sometimes because you had the challenge on a Saturday and you feel next Saturday you're not collecting any gig from any client because you don't want the same thing to repeat itself. If you stay at home, you will not have food to do, you will not have money to spend, there's nothing to do. Alright, so people, this next question, we'll go on a quick break, we'll be right back. I know everybody wants to hear it, but then. Alright, beautiful people, we're still here. Welcome back from that break. So, Mama Kupi,
You're back.
this question.
Hey, should I run away?
No, calm down.
Okay.
We are still together.
Okay.
Where's Mama Kupi? When is Mama Kupi getting married? I know, right? When is Mama Kupi getting married? We want to know.
Hey.
We too want to plan your own.
Nobody
event.
knows tomorrow.
Wow.
That is my answer.
We too want to plan your event. You have been doing
honestly,
memorable stuff for us. We want to create a memorable one.
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, in all honesty, it's a good question. But then, I honestly don't know. I don't know. Maybe when I don't know. It can be anytime. God knows.
Well, okay.
Yes.
All right.
But I don't know.
All right.
Nobody knows tomorrow. That's it.
Wow.
Do you know tomorrow?
The way she's saying it, though.
I honestly don't know.
It can happen that tomorrow morning, but
Nobody knows tomorrow, but I honestly don't know. That's
so
it.
if you don't have your daily, you don't have your
get
shoes.
ready. But you guys get ready.
You are sure be.
Yes.
Go and get ready.
You guys get ready.
Keep your money very well, no?
Yes.
Don't wait to be told.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, Mama Kupi.
Yes.
So we are almost coming to the end of the question and answer.
That's fine.
So give 3 tips to upcoming event planners, or let's just say startups event planners.
I like to drop this. Let's ask this question. If you are planting a tree, if you want to plant a tree in your compound, and for every time the tree is not growing, you pull it out, do you think the tree will grow? No, the tree will not grow. So you'll have to be patient with the tree. You'll have to nurture it. You'll have to give it whatever it takes to ensure that it grows. And so for upcoming entrepreneurs, for upcoming event planners, you would have to be consistent a lot in what you do. You cannot just give up. It's okay to try a couple of things, then to discover your niche. But when you do not give up, regardless. Give it whatever it takes. That's 1. 2, creativity is a big deal. You cannot keep doing the same thing the same way every other person have been doing it. So you have to make a difference. Yes, you have to make a difference for people to see you, for people to want to work with you, for people to want to patronize you. You need to make a difference in a reasonable way. There are differences.
Yeah.
Actually, and you need to keep training. You can't say, oh, this is what I know and that is all. No, you need to keep learning every day. I learn every day. I listen to people. I go for trainings. I'm always online watching videos. I follow my mentors. I have a lot of people that inspires me online, and so I try to keep up with that. And then I don't just copy and paste. When I get inspired, I try to assess the inspiration and pick out mine and improve on it to give me my own niche. That's what I do. I think these 3 things are key to being a successful entrepreneur. Thank you.
Alright, so people, I hope you are writing. In case you might forget, carry your pen and your paper, jot them down. It is not easy. It is not easy anyway. No one is rosy. No sector is easy to just come in and blow at a time. So all those things, all those are tips that will help you pull through. My people, let's go on this quick break. We'll be right back. My beautiful people, Salma is still on this program, and yes, Mama Kupi is still here. Alright, the most interesting part of the show.
Yeah.
Yes, so we are on that section. The most interesting part, very short. Okay, Mama Kupi, you're going to be answering this question just in seconds.
Okay.
Let's say 10 seconds.
That's fine. I'm
This
ready.
or
I'm
that.
always ready.
Alright,
Okay.
let's go. Burger or shawarma?
Shawarma, please.
Homemade food or eat out?
Homemade.
Heels or low flat shoes?
Heels, please.
Shoes or sneakers?
Shoes.
Alcohol or normal drinks?
Normal drinks.
Trousers or gown?
Oh, that's hard. Boots.
Alright. right, people, I hope you did enjoy this the way I did. I am so grateful, Mama Kupi. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And indeed, it was a fantastic program and we learned a lot. I'm very sure viewers at home too also did learn a lot. And also my beautiful viewers, my adorable ladies. I know, yes, a lot of men will be like, why are you all about women in power? Yes, we are in power, we are in charge. Nobody takes us down. We are the leaders of tomorrow. That leaders of tomorrow that people keep talking about. We are the one.
We are it.
We are here to take over. We are here to take charge. It is our world, not the men's world, it's the women's world. Alright, so thank you so much for making each episode a memorable one. We really do appreciate you. And yes, so we will continue to search and discuss, amplify role models in womanhood. I remain your host, Salma Habib Akewusola, and this is Tema TV.